I must admit, I always like to take that because it's good for any occasion on a cruise, and it makes you feel a bit special but still relaxed. So.
Welcome to Travel Weekly TV, where we sit behind the scenes speaking to the industry's heavyweights. I'm Hoda from the Travel Weekly TV, and today I've got Lisa from MSC Cruises.
Hi.
Welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here and to spend this time with you today.
So just to give the industry a little bit of a background on MSC Cruises, run us through what you do.
So I'm the Managing Director for Australia and New Zealand for MSC Cruises. And so my role here is really to make sure that we spread all the news about MSC Cruises in this market, and we start to take our brand out there, increase our brand awareness, source guests into our major markets, which are Europe, the Caribbean, South America, South Africa. We cruise everywhere. So we're really booking guests to go and cruise in all of our key areas around the world.
So you've been in the travel industry and in particular cruising for quite some time. Tell us, what's your favourite travel memory?
So my favourite, well, I'm going to have to share a cruising memory here, because I think for me travel is really about spending time with, it's who you travel with as well. So it's your friends and your family, and for me that's really where those favourite memories come in. So my favourite travel memory, or one of my many favourite travel memories, is actually the first time I took my family cruising, and just that experience of being out on the ocean together. My kids were quite young at the time, so there was something for, I could relax, my husband could relax, and the kids could enjoy the kids club. There was entertainment on board. We could go to the spa, and it was all in one location. So it was a really easy holiday, and everyone was happy because, you know, we could all find something that we love to do on that cruise, as the cruise ship, as the resort. And then there's the destinations that you can travel to on the cruise as well. So you're exploring new destinations while spending that wonderful time on board together as well.
Now, cruising in particular has been a big point post-COVID, and seeing it come back with vengeance is an incredible story. Tell us, what have you seen post-pandemic? What are the trends?
So, I mean, there's been some wonderful trends that we've seen. People have really missed cruising, and they're showing us that with their bookings and their support of booking not only 2023, but way ahead into the future as far as 2025. We've got itineraries on sale at the moment. So what we've seen is that Europe is absolutely the destination of choice. Our numbers are well above 2019 for 2023, and heading, even beyond that, going into 2024. And the key destination that they're booking is Europe. And people want to get back to the Med, certainly, and they're looking at cruising either as the sole holiday choice, or as part of a bigger holiday choice. So they're booking, maybe 3-4 weeks in Europe, and cruising is a key part of that choice. So we've got people that'll do a back-to-back cruise, and they'll do a cruise through the East Med, and then take a transfer over to the West Med. We call that our Grand Med experience, and so it's 7 nights in the East Med and then 7 nights in the West Med, giving them a full taste of Europe, in a really convenient, easy and special way to experience those destinations. So yes, growth is definitely key. We're seeing more and more people wanting to cruise again. We're seeing some key trends around the changing demographic as well, which has been very interesting. We're seeing, particularly for MSC in the Med, we're seeing a lot of younger people now choosing to cruise. It is very interesting, and so we hope that's a trend that will continue. But we're seeing people that, maybe choosing to spend 3 months in Europe because they hadn't had that chance to travel, in their 20s, and they're choosing to cruise with us throughout the Med to see many destinations as part of that overall experience. So that's something that was unexpected. And then the other thing that we're seeing is that sustainability is really coming to the forefront, particularly in Europe, as part of that purchasing decision. And it's really important to us as a brand. It's one of our key pillars. We've got the goal to get to the net zero emissions by 2050. And so it's a key part of our brand that we want to see that that come into the purchasing decision and at the forefront of the consumer's mind. And we've started to see some of that, particularly in our European markets, and more so with the new cruiser that's starting to choose cruise as their holiday choice.
So tell me, what's your favourite thing to pack on an MSC cruise?
Well, I have to say it's probably my hair straightener, which seems like an interesting answer, but for a couple of reasons. One, I mean, obviously it's really handy when you're getting ready for your night out, your formal nights, but also because sometimes it can double as a bit of a straightener for your clothes, because if there's no irons on board, you can use it. You can use it just to get some wrinkles out. And then also my Camilla caftan, I must admit, I always like to take that because it's good for any occasion on a cruise, and it makes you feel a bit special but still relaxed. So they're two things I must say I like to take. And on board cruises, I mean, pretty much everything's provided. So, you just need to take those little personal items that make it special for you.
In terms of sustainability, and I know you've touched on that really lightly, cruising and sustainability, some people might have a misconception there. Can you tell us what MSC does in this field?
So we're doing a lot in this space, and it's a key part of what our brand is moving towards as one of our key pillars. So and most recent example of that is when we had the first net zero emission cruise ever.
Wow.
From Saint Nazaire on MSC Eurobia and to Copenhagen. And so we did that to prove it's possible to have a completely carbon neutral cruise, and it had never been done before. And part of that was that we used a bio LNG fuel, which is very expensive, but we wanted to prove that could be done, and what that means to the industry if we do move in that direction. And so we'll do that by investing to show what's possible in that area. We've got goals to go towards net zero emissions by 2050, and we're ahead of those goals. We do a sustainability report every year to have a look at what we're doing, and there's many things that go into that, but a key part of that is how we're building our new ships and the technologies we can bring in to that process. But we also look at sustainability from a people point of view in terms of our 45 offices that we have around the world. And it comes down to every level of the business. We're recycling in our office. We've got rubbish separation that we do even in our office here in Sydney. The lighting that we use, every aspect is considered as we move towards those goals.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining us on Travel Weekly TV, and thank you for watching.